Welcome in, welcome in. Good to see everybody tonight.
Well, hello,
Welcome in the world to the,
everybody. Hello,
obviously, we want
hello.
to welcome in our special guest at a request of one of my people that tend to come hang in, and that's Captain. And I'm pretty sure I don't know if you see him around or not in chats under Captain Mickey Mouse, but he definitely loves your thing. But welcome in, all everybody. Um,
I'm
you
trying
know,
to
I was
find the chat on this thing because I don't. Oh, there it is. Okay, I see it.
So hopefully Captain Mickey Mouse will be in here in a little bit. Well,
Sign.
here's a crazy thing that we were just talking about. I had to look it up. I think it's around because it still travels out of Jacksonville.
Oh, it does.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
okay.
it's that small of a ship, I think it still travels out of Jacksonville.
Let me look into it because now you got me thinking.
Yeah, see, find out
Like
what you got.
I haven't even heard about that ship in a while. That's funny. Let me see.
Well,
Let me see. Let me
well, I can
see.
say at least up till 2000 because it still says 2007 to
Oh
present.
yeah, Elation is still on the fleet. You're right. You are
It's still on the
absolutely right about that. Oh, wow.
So that actually was the ship that I went on. So that was my
That's
first cruise, and that
awesome.
was done in 2019. And
That's
I found
awesome.
that because I didn't realize I just wanted to talk to him and look at it. So
Mhm.
had I looked up the VIFP number on the and yeah, it my VIFP number is still there, which was weird. All
Let's
right,
see.
guys, welcome in, welcome in. Let's Well, for people in the chat, we're not having chatters,
I know.
and
Let me
that's the
see.
real weird part about it. But y'all
Let's
hiding?
see
Where's
if,
Captain
if
Mickey Mouse?
Mr.
He's the one that
Captain
wanted
comes
to hear
in
about
today.
these ships
I know,
anyway.
right?
So, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to let you do, Tinkerbell. Go ahead
Okay.
and tell everybody who may not be aware of who you are. Um, just tell a little bit about yourself and your background, and
All right, sounds good. Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Dave Cantrell Show. My name is Jackie Gonzalez. Everybody knows me as Tinkerbell. I actually have a YouTube channel called Traveling with Tinkerbell. I am also a travel advisor for Expedia Cruises. I've been doing travel advising for about a little bit over 4 years now. I love it. Is a great opportunity. I truly enjoy what I do, and yeah, I'm just here enjoying some time with you guys today. We're here because we had a special request from Captain. He wanted to talk about two different ships, entertainment, and some other stuff. So that's the reason why I'm here today. But every so often, I do come to the channel and say hello to the peeps over here in Dave's side in the Disney world.
yeah,
Oh, that came out really cool, Dave. Disney World.
there you go. Well, no, because reason why I'm looking at it because, and that's why I was talking to you, asking you about Carnival because if I do go, the one I'm looking at, it'll be my first time going to the Grand Bahamas and
Oh,
Cozumel.
nice. Okay.
So I was actually going to, and I'll talk to you more about it. If that's the one I locked down, I wouldn't mind having you, Keith, and maybe somewhere between now and March, maybe doing a
Mhm.
miniature one on my show and letting you
Okay.
guys talk about that
About the
because I
Grand
would really
Bahamas?
love to hear more about there if those are the ports I'm going to. Because those, like
Oh,
I said, I've never
definitely.
been
Yeah.
there. That'll
Yeah,
be my first trip to the western side.
I talked to Jeff D and Keith, and yeah, we're willing to do that. So yeah, let me know whenever you have everything ready, and then we can get everything submitted and done, and get a show like a miniature across the wave on this on your show, and talk about Grand Bahamas and any other ports you guys are going to be stopping at. That would be kind of cool.
I'm looking forward to it. I mean, because it'll be like one. I need the way my work turned its ugly head has turned itself upside down over this summer. It's
Right, right.
getting better, but I mean, I've lost my main boss got transferred to the county office. My coworker worked with me outside, quit,
Hmm.
but we picked up. I like the new boss that we got. Things are a lot better than what it is, and it's crazy. And at the
Oh,
same time,
wow.
I'm getting ready to finally get through probate so I can house and concentrate. And I see life in the chat. And when you know, it's one of our Thibodeaux. Hello, Jason.
Hey,
Good to see you.
Jason, how are you?
This guy is always a supporter. He's good. Welcome in, guys. Please don't feel free to say
Yes,
hi.
welcome
So,
in.
like
Welcome
like
in.
Tinkerbell said, we're here to discuss. So hopefully, Captain Mickey Mouse is going to make it because he's the one that has asked about doing. We are going to look at between MSC America and the
The
North.
World America.
I can never say Norwegian Cruise Line.
He wanted to do with MSC World America, and what was the other one?
I think it was the Norwegian Cruise Line Breakaway.
The Breakaway. Well, hello, Kevin. How are you? Thank you so much for
I know
being
very
here.
little about either one, both, except for what through training. And
The
even
World
then,
America is a fantastic ship. That much I can say. The World America is a fantastic ship. But the Star of the Sea takes the ball. Like that ship is crazy beautiful. Like I loved it. I loved it.
We may have to bring you back and let you compare. I actually would love to hear because it is the sister ship. I might have to lock you in, and I really want your opinion because you've been on the Icon, right?
I have not been on the Icon.
Okay,
I
you
just
haven't
got
been on.
off of
I need
Star
to get you. I need to get Jill on here and get you on here and let you guys compare the Icon versus
to
the
the
Star of the Sea
Star.
because they're both. Well, here's the thing: they're both good ships. We know they're both in the Icon class.
Hmm.
And the thing of it is, I do know that based on the measurement, all that, I do know the Star of the Seas is a little bit shorter than the Icon, believe it or not. But
You talking
you
about the
wouldn't
size
know
of the ship,
because
you're saying?
the what?
You talking about the size of the ship?
Yeah, I think it's actually a tad bit shorter than the Icon, to be the
Well,
honest truth. But
Star is bigger than Icon.
oh, is it?
Hmm.
Maybe I misread that somewhere. I thought
Yeah,
that
Star
was
is the
shorter.
world's biggest ship compared to Icon right now.
Well, either way, you can tell it because they're both. I'm going to tell you. Here's the thing about the Icon and the Stars. You look at other cruise ships next to either one of them, and you look like you got a battleship versus a tinker tugboat in the water.
Yeah.
That's about what it looks like between the two ships compared to these other cruise lines. They go by and it's like you can't even see the other cruise ship when it's because it's behind the stars of the Icon. Like
Yeah,
holy
it's
crap!
crazy. It's crazy, but that ship is beautiful on itself. Like especially like if we're gonna talk about MSC World America, um, if you guys have been on a Royal Caribbean ship Oasis class, it's kind of like the same. The only feel about the World America, the difference is that World America feels more luxury, and Oasis is more like relaxed, cool kind of vibe. That's the only difference between that I can say being in both. Obviously, the World America does not have like the Aqua Theater on the back and stuff like that. It doesn't have the Abyss, but it has a shark. Um, so it has the shark in the back, which it has the dry slide in the back. Hey, Pete, how are you,
I was gonna
sir?
say our original tribal
Pete,
chief just came into the chat.
I know. Pete, welcome into the show. I've been trying to get a hold of you. So whenever you get a chance, let me know. I need to talk to you. But
Yeah,
welcome
I
in,
like.
Pete. And
Here's the thing: when you did that one tour that showed the shark on that one ship on
Mhm.
America, I was like, yes, I love it. Who do I get to feed to the shark first? Shark
Well, you
food.
know what is so cool, David? When you're on the back of the ship, like on the aft of the ship, and you're looking towards like the inside of the ship, it feels like the shark came out of the water and just landed there. That's
You
what it
know, that
looks
would be
like.
my luck. It'd probably be trying to eat me, is what it'd be doing.
Ah, I thought it was hilarious because it looks like if you look at the back of a World America, it looks like a shark just jumped out of the water and it's just there, like stuck. I'm not sure if that was meant to be like a haha moment, like kind of because it's you're
Well,
in the
and
water kind of thing. But it was kind of
here's
cool to
here's
see.
what's impressing me with some of these. Here's what's impressing me with some of these newer ships, and this is including the America. I mean,
Hmm.
and I don't care. And I'm talking Royal Caribbean, MSC, because you got one of the ships that you got a whole restaurant that looks like you're sitting on a train eating dinner. That's impressive. That's
Oh yeah.
impressive. Then you went to that one that had the easy speak it, from the 1920s, where you had to go through the old booth,
That
and
was hilarious.
I'm telling you, that is unique. That's what's see, that's the magic that I keep trying to tell everybody, and that's what
Yeah.
because I lived in Florida for 25 years, and I just discovered how beautiful. I don't know if you've ever heard of Amelia Island.
No, I've
I
never heard of her.
cannot. It is in the upper right hand corner, just above Fernandina Beach, right before
Okay.
you get into Jordan.
Okay.
I mean, and the more I've learned about it, it's like holy mackerel. It's like people don't understand that when you're traveling, you're wanting the magical and you're wanting the thing, and for a lot of people, that's what they find on these cruises.
Yep. And not
Um,
only that, I always tell everybody, like as a travel advisor, I always tell everybody at least travel once a year. Even if you just get out of your house, like if you don't have the kind of funds like to take a cruise or anything like that, but at least get out of your house, maybe go drive a couple of hours or find a different place other than your house and just travel because you learn a lot from traveling. Like you see so much out there. Like I went to Europe 2 months ago and I wake up every day just thinking about, oh my God, I want to go back because there's so much history out there and so much to see. It's just completely different than living here in the United States for sure. And even when you're going in through like the different types of cruise ships that you have, because there's plenty of cruises out there. And there's a lot of different cruise lines that a lot of people don't even know that even they exist out there. When you go through these cruises and you go through each and individual, every cruise has something completely different to offer you. Every cruise, like you were talking about Utopia of the Seas that has the train. You have World America that has the speakeasy. You have Star of the Seas that has Back to the Future. That's like something out of this world. Like I'm not gonna
wait,
ruin it for
back
anybody
up,
that
back up.
wants to
I
go.
missed something here. Wait a minute, back up, back up. Star of the Seas has what?
Back to the Future. It has a
That was
musical.
that show you were talking about, right?
Yeah. And
Oh
and
God!
I'm not gonna
Now
do
you
a
got
spoil
now
for
you got
you
me
guys.
Now you're gonna get me re-looking at the cruises for next March.
I'll tell you something. I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody here, but that is a show that is a must see. It's an hour and 50 minutes. When I looked at it, I'm like, I've seen the movie Back to the Future, and I'm like, okay, they have the musical, it's an hour and 50 minutes. But let me tell you, I went in there thinking, okay, oh my God, it's gonna be a 2 hour long musical. That's what I'm thinking. When it started, it just grabbed me like from the moment it started. And by the time it was done, I couldn't believe like 2 hours have gone by. That's how crazy that, and it's so cool. it's just how great Royal Caribbean did that show. I would suggest whomever, if you're in the Star of the Seas, please go check out that show. The Soul, like the ice skating show, it's beautiful. Torque on Star of the Sea is amazing. You know, these shows are great. And even in World America, their shows are fantastic in World America. That's what I'm saying. You know, every ship is different and there's so many varieties of different ships out there, but not every ship is meant to be for you. That's the real thing. Not every ship is meant to be for everybody. You got to really get to know the person that you are and then connect with that ship and be able to kind of say, okay, this is me. This is the way I like to travel.
Right. And that's obviously, as a TA, you would, and you obviously you can agree or disagree, but I always tell them, I said, here's the thing. Not you're right, not every ship is for yourself. But you also got to discover what you want, because what you want on one, and this is why I really stress to when I talk to clients, I say, what are you truly looking for? Are you looking for adventure? Are you looking for relaxation? Are you looking for just fun? Because it makes a big difference. I mean, even within the cruise ships, would you agree that even within the cruise ships, each cruise ship is going to be different? That's going to bring the different aspects to all that.
Oh, definitely.
Like
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, like if you're really looking for magic and really IP things that brings out, then obviously I'm going to maybe lean my clients towards Disney, because that's what Disney does best.
Right.
If you're looking for adventure, well, obviously with what Royal Caribbean is doing on some of these ships and the things that they're bringing, and along with not just Royal Caribbean, but MSC, and some of these other ones, there you go. I mean, now
Like,
if you're
I'll be
looking
honest,
for a party
innovation. Yeah, innovation on these ships are getting more and more there. There's more innovation on all of these ships that are coming in new. These ships are nothing compared to the older ship. Like, you could go on Elation, the one that we were talking about, and you look at Elation and you walk through that ship and you go on Star of the Seas, you're like, what? You're like, because it's like, for instance, they have what is called the Pearl. Like, who would ever thought that they were going to use kinetics inside of Royal Caribbean? And it has over 5,000 tiles that flows, in different directions, and the music that comes out of it is just ingenious. Whoever decided to put that in the middle of a promenade, and that thing is massive. It's not like it was a little ball. That thing is massive, huge. And the way that this ship was built, it was great, because even if you go through the Pearl Cafe, you go in through the Pearl, you get to the Pearl Cafe, there's actually some stairs that takes you up to the Central Park. So you really don't have to even get on an elevator. You just, boom, you're in Central Park, like right next to it. So that was pretty cool to see. No different than the World America. World America has a lot to offer as well, because that's kind of like, it's very similar to the Oasis class if you're already liking Royal Caribbean like that. The only difference that I will say about World America is that the pricing that you get on World America is half the price you do on an Oasis class. That's the difference. But the service and the food is really good. It's like, I know that some people sometimes hear that, oh, well, MSC food, I heard that it was horrible, blah, blah, blah. But when they brought World America into the United States, they actually knocked it off. They knocked it off the ball, because it was just crazy. Like, all the food, the ship is massive and beautiful. The service is stupendous. Like, I can't, I went in there. It was my first time on an MSC cruise, and I would like to try the other ones to kind of like figure out what people were trying to say about the other ones. But this one, I fell in love with the product. I really enjoy all the stuff they have to offer for the customer out there. So, and they have, it's like everything. It's like, sometimes what I like, you might not like. So just keep in mind that not every cruise out there is bad. It's maybe because you haven't found the right one for you. That's what I always tell everybody. My favorite one is Celebrity Cruises. That's my favorite cruise line to travel.
Oh, Celebrity. Well,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna be the honest truth. There's a few of them that I'm falling in love with. As far as like maybe a little bit of adventure, or maybe a little bit, if I'm like in the mood to a little bit of a party, I'm looking at MSC Royal Caribbean. But right now, what is becoming at the top of my, really, the more I study, because I mean, as well as I do, with all these cruise lines, you're going through 10 million training sessions almost every year for updates or whatever.
Right.
One of the biggest ones I'm falling in love with right now is Seabourn. And
Seabourn is nice.
But that's because they specialize in like natural, geographic type of stuff.
Right.
Their ships are smaller, but they get into places that like MS World America can't get into. Obviously the Icon and the Stars of the Sea, they ain't getting into some of these spots.
Exactly.
And some of these ships that are coming out, and I'm actually, I can't believe I'm saying this because I lived in snow for 30 years, but I actually want to travel down to the Cape Horn and go to Antarctica. I want to be able to go aboard.
Oh, you want to go through that Drake's Passage? That's crazy.
Yeah, I want to go down there. I actually want to be a part of, it's not just Seabourn, but it's the other one. There was another one that I was finishing up too. Oh, Viking, some of the Viking cruise ships that go down there. Like Viking, they're the only ones that do submersibles off their ship.
Yeah. You also have Explorer Journeys that do that type of cruise, which Explorer Journeys is part of MSC. For those of you that don't know that, Explorer Journeys have a couple. I think they're coming up with like maybe 5 or 6 more smaller ships for those types of, like, our Antarctica and all of those places.
Because I'm learning more. I'm trying to learn more about what they do on the expeditions, because I'm quite readily falling in love with, man, I want to go down to Antarctica. I just want to go pick me up a nice little penguin. I love my penguin.
That'll be a great expedition for sure. I know that Celebrity's coming out with 8 new river cruises. That's coming down the road.
Mickey Mouse.
Hey, how are you? But yeah, so the entertainment on World America is great. I had a really good time with the entertainment on there. I do suggest that to go check out all the different shows they have. They're complimentary. They're simply beautiful, very well designed and very well made. I think the talent that they have on board is superb. For sure. It's like when I went on Star, and I know we're not going to be talking about a lot about Star here because we were talking about World America and Breakaway, but the talent on Star of the Seas is top notch. I give all of those people kudos for their job. But when you go to World America, that talent there is amazing, guys. You're going to love the shows, the entertainment, the nightlife, the day life. Like when I went there, one of my funniest highlights were, and for those of you that haven't seen my YouTube channel, I suggest you go and check it out because it was funny as heck. It was, I was actually doing my ship tour, and I walked into that the England telephone booth, and we're filming the ship tour. And next thing you know, I pick up the phone, I'm picking up the phone and doing whatever, and the little thing was saying. And next thing you know, the door behind me flings open and this dude comes out of there. And I'm like, what in the world just happened here?
Yes, I actually, that was quite an expression on you when you were looking at that. That was like,
the funny part, Dave, is that I'm confused. Like, what is going on? Because I had no idea that there was a speakeasy on this ship. So the big wigs of
there was a speakeasy.
I had no idea.
Or was that one of the secrets that they meant to keep hidden.
That was one of the secrets that they meant to keep. And the funny part is that you're supposed to have some sort of token to get into this speakeasy thing, right? So I'm in there, the door flings open, and you have all these big wigs, like the big top people from MSC, where when I was there, I wish I could have filmed the other side because there was nobody there. It was late at night. There was not even a single soul. And I said, okay, well, let's film this part. Next thing you know, when I look out, there's like a whole line of people. Where do these people come from? And the guy's like, well, you want to come over? I'm like, sure, where we go? He goes, oh, there's a speakeasy. I said, oh, well, let's go. So it was just like magical for me because it was like, I had no idea. I had no token, but I went with them. And I'm like, we roll with this. So check out that vlog. It's funny as heck.
Oh my God.
It was just hilarious. It was just hilarious.
The look on the face was priceless because that kind of reminds me because I'm, I am a big history buff. I love the 20s and the 30s because I hate to say it, I'm a big mobster type. I love the mobsters and all the things for that time of era. And to see them, I'm like, yes! the look on your face was like, that's priceless right there.
And the funny part is that my daughter is the one filming that, and I'm like, after the fact, after we went to the speakeasy, we checked it out, whatever, then we went back to the room and we were like, what was that? What did we just do? And then the funny part is like, people were asking, oh, how did you get into the telephone booth? And I'm like, well, I didn't know that you had to have a token. I said, well, I don't know. I went into the telephone booth. I dialed some numbers there, and all of a sudden the door swings open. So, and then I had one of my business managers, he goes, because people were asking for tokens. And I said, what do you need a token for? Just go to the telephone booth. But I didn't understand what they were talking about. So if you guys want the tokens, there is a bar right next to where the telephone booth is, and that's where supposedly they give out your tokens. So I'm not going to give you a whole lot of information on that. You got to figure that out.
That's that cover up. We know how.
I know, right?
Knows about the 20s and the 30s with the speakeasies at the time of Prohibition.
I know, right?
They had their small bars cover up.
It was you know what was funny, Dave? Going through the how do you call it, through the crew cabins. And I'm like, I'm telling you hear it on the thing. I tell myself, oh my God, they're gonna tell us to leave this cruise. We're not gonna be able to come back over here. And one of the guys that he's
had to walk through the cruise area.
Yeah, the crew cabins, because it's hidden in there. It's hidden in there. Check out the vlog. I tell you, check out the vlog because you're going to see all the crew cabins. Some of the crew members were on the hallway talking, and here we are.
I might have missed that little part going.
Yeah, it was hilarious. And then the guy that got us in, he's like, "You guys are good," and I said, "Yeah, I guess we're good." It was just so much fun. That ship has so much to offer. Like the chocolate store, if you guys like chocolate, oh my, like the hot chocolate, all the chocolate things that they have is so good. It is just so good.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite places to eat there was the eatery, which it was Italy. It was that Italian food was phenomenal on there. So for you, Captain Mickey Mouse, for you that you were asking about that, I suggest that if you were to pick one, whether the Breakaway or MSC World, I would definitely go with World, 110%. Breakaway is good, but that ship is the performance and all of that is really good, but the way that MSC World is, I think you will enjoy more the World than you would do on the NCL Breakaway for sure. Talent in the Breakaway is great. The shows are magnificent on there. I'm not going to say they're not, but I feel that if you were to put both ships side to side, I think you will get more out of World than you will get more out of NCL Breakaway for sure. If you were to tell me maybe you want to check out the Prima, the Viva, or maybe Luna or Aqua, then I will say go for it because you're going to have a great time. Their newer ships have more newer venues, especially that deck 8 is filled with so many places to eat complimentary and so many beautiful venues that you can sit and really enjoy versus, you know, the Breakaway, the Escape, the Encore, the Jewel, the Gem, the Joy, and all the other ones that are a little older. It's still going to be a great cruise. I'm not going to say it's not. But if you're looking for something a little bit more, then I would definitely either do the newer NCO or World America. That will be my intake on that one. And right now, Expedia is having a sale right now that you get free gratuities with NCL. So there you have it.
There you go.
There you have it. But yeah, definitely. If you have any questions for me, Captain Mickey Mouse, just let me know. And I'll be more than happy to answer any of you guys' questions, whether about the Breakaway world.
Please feel free because, like I said, I mean, she's got 2 years advantage on me. I'm still learning in the learning process.
They're beautiful ships, you know, Dave. They're both beautiful ships, but when you're looking at the schematics of the ship, you know, like Breakaway, everything that you have, the Breakaway has to offer is in level 6, 7, and 8 midship. So everything is kind of like there, centralized. And then you have obviously your main dining room, and then you have your theater and all of that stuff. But when you look at World America, it's like everything is like everywhere on the ship. So you don't feel like a cluster of people all in one space.
And I get the feeling MSC does that because even on the Seascape, even though it's a little bit older ship, it was still a beautiful ship. And I mean, I don't know if you got to catch the show that I did on that and the stream. It really was, the Seascape I fell in love with it. That's why I've fallen in love with MSC. So World America is one of those. It's another. My list is growing quite faster than I can maneuver until I can get my house back up and I can get a normal life.
Right.
I don't exactly have a normal life right now. but
yeah, it's like
I do like the way you're right. MSC, it's like they got everything scattered out throughout the ship.
Right.
And it's not all on one level. It's on the different levels, but it's spread out. It
is very well spread out. You know, you could have 6,000 people on MSC and you could have 6,000 people on Breakaway, which Breakaway doesn't get that many people. But let's say 4,000 people, and you look at both ships at the same time at the peak of the hour, which is between 6 and 10, and you will see how very well dispersed everybody is on World versus Breakaway, that everybody's kind of like midship and they're just there. And I experienced that with Escape when I went. I did not experience that with Prima, to be honest, because I went on Prima and I didn't experience that with Prima, but I did experience it with Escape, kind of like the sister ship to the Breakaway, kind of. But when it comes to World America, when it comes to Royal Caribbean, those ships, especially even Carnival, they know how to very well disperse everybody so that you don't feel the cluster of gazillions of people in the same area. One of the things that I really enjoyed about Star, and I wish that all of the ships will take this into consideration going forward, were the elevator banks. They had 11 elevator banks, and even on embarkation day with 4,000 people coming in, there was plenty of elevators, and they're huge. These elevators are huge. They fill a lot of people compared to the other cruises that I've been. The elevator smaller, but they actually have this really cool feature for the people that have accessibility. You press the little wheelchair accessible button, that elevator will come faster than the rest of the elevators, and it's ready for the person for the accessibility to come in. So that's one of the cool things that I really, liked about the elevator banks on Star.
All the cruise lines need to, because I will tell you regarding MSC, see and the way they do it, it's impressive the way their elevators do work and the way it's computerized system and the
Right.
way it takes directly to the floors that they need to go to close to their rooms. I mean, it really is
Exactly.
very impressive with MSC.
Right.
And
And I think
I think
MSC is,
Royals
I
are
think
somewhat
World
similar.
America. Yeah, I think Dave, if I'm not mistaken, I think World America kind of have the same elevator banks as Royal Caribbean. Because I remember those types of, if I'm not mistaken, I think on World they had the same kind of scenario where you press the button and the elevator will come up for the specific. Because it's not like if you go in and there's buttons that you press the button and it tells you what letter you're going to be, and the elevator comes immediately, picks you up, drops you up on deck 12, and that's it. You don't have like a deck 7, you know, it takes you, boom. It's like it was very fast. I was surprised how fast it was. And I really enjoy that. Well, my main thing is always has been a concern of mine as a cruiser, because I see a lot of people with disability and scooters and things like that. And a lot of people don't take into consideration, you know, that these people need to get to places. I know we have to get to places, but half of the times, for those of you that cruise a lot, you see that they're just waiting there, and people just like oblivious to them just standing there waiting just like everybody else to try and get their scooter inside of an elevator. So I think that doing that is really kind of cool for them, because it brings that elevator faster, and you know, they can just go in there. Hopefully, you know, you have people out there that are a little bit more respectful towards that and allow them to, you know, to enter in first, and then you guys, because I've seen it, you know, sometimes you go to places where the elevator comes, people don't even let the people come out of the elevator when they're just trying to come in. Let the people come out and then you come in. So
I would, you know, and that is that unfortunately that's almost anywhere. That's even at a normal. It's amazing you mention that, and then it's like you see that at some of the resorts,
right.
which is crazy.
It happened to me in Disney in Paris. I'm not gonna lie to you. I opened the door to come in to a store, and the chick just come out, and I'm looking at her like, did you not see I opened the door to come in? And then she passed by me, and I just said, well, thank you. I said, thank you. Like, and she just gave me this look, and I'm like, I just opened the door. You come out. The least that you can say is thank you.
Maybe she thought you were the door.
I know. I don't know. Maybe the door greeter.
Yeah, my word.
So Captain Mickey Mouse hasn't even asked a single question.
Captain Mickey Mouse, are you still in here?
Where are you?
He's the one that requested all that, because I was about to give him. I mean, I can, you know, I'm looking at the Norwegian Breakaway, and here's some simple facts on it. You're talking, and I believe MSC World America is definitely somewhere around her, or maybe a little bit bigger. You can probably gross tonnage. It's a 145, 655 tonnage. It was just finished, but it actually was built in 2013. So it's been around. It's been around for a little while. So it's not a bad ship, but obviously it's one of those middle older ships.
That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna do it, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna do it, I would rather you do it on World, because it's gonna be even cheaper on World, to be honest, than it's gonna be on NCL Breakaway for sure. So the pricing is gonna be way better. You're gonna have a better cabin. You're probably gonna end up with drinks and Wi-Fi for half the price that you're probably gonna pay on the Breakaway, anyways. And you have the experience, the new ship.
And here's the thing that I'm discovering about the ships, because, you know, when I was on the Elation, you know, you were going to be wall to wall, because it's the smallest of the ship. And yes, even Tinkerbell got shocked when I said the Elation is still around. And that ship came out in 1998.
But it's still God, that's 27 years old.
Yes, it is quite. Because I can fill everybody in that I was actually wrong. My cruise date, guys, was in actually 2019. So I actually can give the date of when my cruise. It was in April of 2019. So,
Oh,
um,
wow.
but what I'm finding is that like this, the capacity was around 3,900
Hmm.
for the breakaway. What was the average? What do you think the capacity was for the America?
For the
Tinkerbell?
World America, hold on.
Because I can tell you that it just seemed like that with some of the older ships and some of the other ones, you're a little bit more congested. But you look at these newer ships and the way everything is spreaded out, especially Royal MSC, and I'll even say Carnival's starting to a little bit break things up a little bit. You're not getting as congested, even though there's a lot of people
Right.
on it. You don't feel like you don't feel like you're at Disney or Universal where your elbow you feel like you're about to bump into somebody.
Right. I agree with you there. Let me see about World America. Hold on.
So if you guys got questions, please ask. This now is
Um,
the time to ask, especially if you're a first time person that's looking to cruise for the first time. You've got a very knowledgeable person to the right. You got a person that's learning, but I can guarantee you answer questions for you on the left, depending on how you're looking.
okay, so Dave, this is the information that I found. So World America obviously debuted it in 2025. Its home port is Miami, for those of you that don't know. It
Correct.
usually does Western and Eastern Caribbean cruises. Onboard experiences on World America, they have 13 dining venues, including specialty restaurants like Italian, Greek tacos, and Cantina Steakhouse, sushi, and teppanyaki. They have two buffets, casual options, and Jean Philippe Chocolat of Cafe, which is the chocolate place that I was telling you. This ship has
Right.
20 bars. The entertainment, which is live music shows and performances. It has family activities. This ship can hold a capacity of 6,774 passengers and 2,138 crew members. So that is the information for this specific ship compared to the breakaway that you were talking about, that it was like what, like 3,000 people? So that's like
Yeah,
half of the ship.
3903 is what its best
Mhm.
capacity is at.
So it's kind of like half of the ship if you think about it.
And I'm not even. And here's the thing: the overall length, I don't think is half of what World America is because the the
Well, this
footage of it is
one,
like 8 feet.
the length, this one is 1,093 feet,
So it's got
333
30 feet
meters.
more. It's got 30 feet more than what the breakaway has.
Yeah. And the width is 154 feet, which is 47 meters on World.
But I mean, I'm sitting here looking at the home page for Norwegian Cruise Line, and it
Mhm.
brings up the. I'm looking at the breakaway. I mean, it doesn't look like it's a bad ship,
No, it's not a
but
bad ship.
again,
It's a great ship, but the thing is, like, it depends on what exactly is that you're looking for as a person on your
that's where I was
vacation.
going with. Thank you, Tinkerbell. That's where I was going to. Again, it's back down to you as an individual. What are you
Right.
looking at? What? Because the one thing that I'm learning as a day, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, but the one thing I'm learning as I talk to my clients, Tinkerbell, is that they're gonna just about want something different every vacation. I mean, you're gonna get some clients
Mhm.
that are always gonna want the same thing over and over and over
Right.
because that they get into that set mindset and that's it. But a lot of your clients, they're gonna always want something different. One time they may
Right.
want adventure. Sometimes the next time they may go, they just want a relaxing vacation. Sometimes, next time it might be a little, maybe they just want to go out, blow the party horn to go and party till 4 in the morning, like half of us crazy people that'll stay up on the cruise deck till 4 in the morning, come back to the thing, and then get up and we're roaring again at 7 a.m. in the morning for
That's
breakfast
true.
and start our whole day again on the ship or the whatever port we're in at the time. I mean, is that a fair assumption? That I
Yeah,
mean,
I do agree with you on that. That is a very fair assumption because it's like everything, like, you got to figure out the personality that you have, and then you got to match that with the ship that you want to go. Always look at the schematics of the ship. If you don't know how to do that, just put NCL breakaway fact sheet, and it'll give you everything and you could just Google that NCL breakaway fact sheet, FACT, and then sheet, and it'll give you all the information for that ship, the venues, the eateries, the shows, this, whatever you need, and compare. If you're going to do world and breakaway, compare them both side to side, and then look at yourself and say, okay, so I'm more of this kind of person than this person. But if you even go on breakaway and then you want to go on world, then you get to see what is the difference for sure between one and the other. But you have to try them
and,
both.
and the one good thing, this is what I like about the cruise lines, that sometimes it's a little bit harder to figure out with Disney, like what tours you want to maybe do. Like if you want to do some back tours of the parks,
Right.
it's kind of fair. You can talk to them and you get a little bit of information here and here, but the information they can give to their clients, deck plans, things like that, breakdowns of what's on what level. It's
Right.
beyond it. The more information that you guys acquire
Right.
as a client, and when you're looking to do whatever cruiser is, I agree. I fully agree with you. The more that they have and the more knowledge that we can pass on to them, the better decision they can
Exactly.
make.
And there's YouTube is out there, guys. YouTube is out there. So if you want to see what shows they have on Breakaway, just look at them on YouTube. Look at the shows in Breakaway. Look at the shows in
They're there.
MSC, and you can kind of gauge. Oh, I might like this show, and stuff like that. So you're gonna get to. I have a customer that all he does is NCL Escape. He's been doing NCL Escape since I've had him as a customer. That's all he does. He has not gone to the Breakaway, the Prima, the Viva, the Luna, the Gem, the Joy. It's Escape. That's all he does. But that's what he likes. That's what he enjoys. That's who he is, And you're gonna find your cruise line, and you're gonna find the cruise that you enjoy the most. Us as a travel advisor, I like to try them all because it's easier for me when you're talking to me. You say, hey, I want to go on let's say Star of the Seas, but then you're an older kind of person. I said, well, why don't you want to go on Star? What is it that you are thinking that Star is going to do for you? And then when you start talking to that customer, and then you start explaining, well, Star is more of a family oriented. There's a lot of kids involved in this and that and the other. Well, maybe that's not what I want. Maybe I'm looking for Holland America. So, it's just getting to know the person so that you can match them with the correct, cruise line, and, to maximize their vacation to the fullest is really what the travel advisor is all about. Bye, Jason. Thank you for being here.
Yes, and
Um,
exactly, because the one thing that and like I said, I know I'm still going through. In fact, I just crazy thing of it, it's taken me several tries, but I finally passed the final exam. But I guarantee you, it's driven some points into me that I can tell you now right off the top of my head that it's like, because I've had to do it over and over. But the thing about it is, the one thing that's been consistent through the training that I've done over the last 3 or 4 weeks,
mhm.
and some have been updates, some of it's new information, some of it's current that I'm trying to, to get. Oh, it's okay, Mama D. Glad to see you. We're always glad to see Mama
Hello,
D.
Miss Debbie. Welcome
And this
in.
is one that she wants to take a cruise, and I really want to help her so bad on getting her on the right. And it's like I told her, I said, I won't let you go on no cruise that I don't think that's going to fit. We're going to fit you to your personality and what's going to work.
Yeah. And trust me, when you find the cruise or cruise line, you're gonna love it so much that you just want to continue to come every single time. Like right now, I have a client that called me Monday late at night, and he was looking for Utopia of the Seas, and I'm like, well, everything is booked for Wednesday. He wanted to go Wednesday, like 2 days,
Oh my
and
goodness.
and
Yeah,
I'm thinking,
actually,
okay,
oh God, you know what? I'm glad we're doing this show because you just reminded me. I got a client that wanted me to look something for. He wants to travel to the UK, so I've got to go look for things in the
oh well, there
UK.
you go. So yeah, he wanted to go on
Our job's
Wednesday, and I'm
never done,
thinking,
guys. Never done. We're always busy.
yep. So I'm over here thinking to myself, Dave, I'm like, I'm not going to be able to help him, right? So I remember that Star is doing a 4-day cruise until the 31st of this month. I said, well, let me see what Star has to offer. He was going, was him, his wife, and 2 kids. I found them an interior cabin on a brand new ship naming ceremony for 2017 for the 4 of them to go
Oh,
on Star of the Seas. He was like, excuse me, is that per person? I said, no, that is for the 4 of you. He's like, here's my credit card, book it. He is currently right now, and we've been talking like all day long. Like when I say all day long, we have been talking. He's a brand
I'm
new
telling you,
customer.
there's a
And
person that I'm getting ready to work with.
He just sent me this text message because I told him go to the base camp and eat a burger. So he sends me that, and he's like, I said, laugh out loud. And then he sends me
I haven't had
that
this,
he's on
and the
the
thing is, I
hideaway.
haven't had dinner yet. You had to
Yeah,
show
he
me.
sends me that he's on the
my Lord.
hideaway. Then he sends me that he's on the flow riding area. So we've been talking all day long. He's just having such of a great time because he was telling me, look, the kids are probably not gonna like it. I said, trust me, those kids. Once you get in there, the kids are gonna say goodbye, mom and dad, deuces,
They
and
ain't even gonna
toodaloo.
think about the mom and dad. They're just gonna go hang off with, make new friends, and mom and dad can go to the spa and to the
David, when he went in, he sends me a text. He goes, "My kids ditched us," and I said, "What did I tell you?" So now the kids want to come back and do like a 7-day full cruise on it, and I said, "I told you that was the best."
And here's the thing, because you're gonna find out that right now the biggest travelers for cruise lines right now, it's Generation X and the baby boomers, because with us Generation Xers, we're right at that of, we're just short of getting ready to retire, as we get older, and you got the baby boomers who now are totally almost completely retired and are just relaxing and traveling and discovering the world. But yet you're getting that small step that loves to bring families, that love to party, and that's that 30 to 45 market.
Yep.
And
It's crazy. Like I tell you, it's crazy, how much you can save, on the different types of cruises. And I always tell everybody, just make sure you have a really good TA that is going to work for you, that is going to work for you, because we don't get paid, at least I don't get paid, you don't pay me salary or anything. My services are free to you, but you got to truly find a TA that understands you, that is going to help you out throughout the whole journey, that you feel that you're not just a regular booking. Oh, she booked it and that was it. No, your TA is supposed to be there from the moment you book that cruise to the moment you return back home.
And here's my thing. As a TA I'm kind of independent, yet I'm under a hosting agency. So my commissions come through them. But the bottom line is that still gives me the option. And again, we've talked about it. I don't bring it up too often. As a TA, I can always add on a little bit more for my services, but I don't do that. The only commission I get, and I'm going to tell you that's what my company's motto is, basically this: let me help you find the magical vacation. That's what I want. That's what I want. The only commission I get is what you pay for your cruises or your trip. You know, whether it's domestic or exotic, I only take what I get off paid from the commission from the cruise line, you know, through my company to me.
Right. And that's and just it's the same thing with me. I only get paid the commission that comes in from the cruise line. A lot of people don't know this, and I know I've had this conversation with many of my, and I don't know if this happens to you, Dave, where they tell you, you know, I like to book my own cruises. You could do that. That's not a problem. The issue is that that commission is already baked in your cruise fare. Whether you book it with me, whether you book it with Dave, or you book it on your own, that commission is going to be there. The only difference is who is it that you're paying that commission to at the end of the day, and what services am I going to get out of it? And a lot of the times, guys, and I'm not saying this because, you know, I'm a travel advisor and I want your business, but half of the time, you know, you come up through an issue, whether it was Carnival, Royal, whoever, and sometimes they're able to assist you, but sometimes they're not going to be able to help you. And then what is it that you're going to do? How are you going to figure it out? Well, at least with a TA, whether you're working with Dave or me, we have what is called business development managers. We have the backup office that you don't have if you're going to do it on your own. And we can resolve more issues, you know, that way than you resolving them. That's truly the real reason you have a TA, because, you know, you work, you got to do your own thing. So you call Dave and you say, hey, Dave, I'm having this issue. Can you get this change, fixed, whatever the case may be? You go about your day. Dave is the one who's doing everything behind the scenes. And once he gets everything done, then he sends it out to you and says everything has been completed, and that's it. That's the way it's supposed to do.
And here's the other thing to remember when you guys are going to, if you were, you know, when you're looking at whether you're booking your own cruise or going through a TA, when you're booking your own cruise, you only have one route to really go through to get these issues stressed. Now, as a TA, we've got 2 or 3 ways we can go through to get these things. One would be to reach out directly to the company. And if that don't work, I've had a couple of questions. I had to reach out to my business development managers through some of these suppliers, and I've gotten results that way. So, I mean, and I can't speak for you, Tinkerbell, but that does give me a couple of routes to go. If I can't get it through the customer service, then I go to the next step, which would be to go to my business development manager to try to get some of the stuff resolved.
Usually I don't go, depending on the situation, if it's a small issue, I will go through, you know, Royal Caribbean and all of that. But if it's an issue that it's a little bit more, you know, elaborate, you can say, I go straight to my business manager. I either call them or send them an email and say, hey, this is my situation, blah, 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 blah. This is what I need done.
I'm talking about, I ended up having to go to the BDM. There was something a little bit more than what the agencies could, the company itself could do. So I had to go through the BDM.
Right.
But I can guarantee you, whether you use Tinkerbell or whether you use me, the thing about it is to get that more personal. We're out there. We want you guys to have the magical. We get smiles on our face when we see, you know, whether it's a review or you guys send us pictures, you know, on your trip, looking at the stuff. What you guys don't see on our faces is how much it makes us smile. That goes, we made magic for them. They are having a great time. And yet, if they have any issues, they can reach out to us.
Exactly. And then, you just got to make sure you feel comfortable. Feel comfortable with your travel advisor that you're working with, because at the end of the day, that's the person that is handling your dream vacation. And whether a lot of people realize this or not, sometimes it's just your one and only vacation that you were able to afford for that year. So you got to make sure you're in the right hands, that, if you need anything, like, I don't know about you, Dave. Like, I help people do their check-in process when they don't know and they don't understand it. I do that for my customers. I've done Zoom meetings with them. I've actually driven, to meet them halfway because they don't understand something and they need me to show them how to work whatever. I've gone to lunch with them. So there's a lot of different things.
I do. I mean, I tell my clients, it's like this. Okay, if you contact me by email, give me this information, this information, this information. When I get it, and here's my process. I'm going to tell you exactly what my process is when I'm first meeting a client. It is to get an email from them, tell them, give me the basic facts. Okay, once I get that facts, that gives me some basic information that I can relate to that client. So then I actually schedule a face-to-face Zoom call and really be able to, one, make sure we're on the same page, make sure I understand what they're looking for, give them some options. And then I do that. Then obviously I go do my work and do the research and put everything together and, and bring over how many options I have on the plate for them. And then I'll have a Zoom meeting with them again to lay out, whatever resulted from the research. I mean, that's basically what mine is. Mine is to make sure I have the attachment to that client.
Right. And welcome in, Harlan. Thank you so much for being
Harlan!
here.
I was wondering if you was coming in tonight. Surprised we haven't seen the Queen of Disney come in yet.
I know. Well, she should be around here one time. But yeah, just make sure that you build that relationship with your travel advisor, that, don't hesitate in, just putting out your feelings out there truly, because just because we give you, information doesn't mean you have to go with what we tell you. If there's something that you don't like, just let us know, so that we can, if we do something wrong that you don't like, just let us know so that we can fix it. At least give us that opportunity, because at least in my case, I do work with a lot of people. And I'm very structured in my job, but there is times that I've been like super swamped with work, and I got people calling me, left and right. And sometimes, you have to have time for everybody. And it's like, okay, I'll call you as soon as I get off the phone. And then I'm trying to catch up with everything. So, just give a little grace, like I always say to everybody.
Thank you for saying that, because that's exactly what happened to my clients. See, with, my profile is on Travel Leaders Network. Okay. And it'll actually send me alert emails. Well, obviously, I had a client who actually emailed me earlier in the day one day. But because I have a full-time job that I have to work until I can get, where it's stabilized and I'm making money off to be able to make this my full-time job, which is what I want. And I wish the client had given me a little bit more time, but by the time I got to him and I called him that evening, because as soon as I saw it, I was on top of it. I called them, I emailed them, I said, and by the time they said, well, they decided to go a different route, and that's fine. I said, look, keep me, if you're still, if you ever look for, you want to go this route again, keep me in mind and let me know. So I did what I did as a TA and followed up. And even after they rejection email, and I wouldn't say a rejection, they just decided to, they went a different route, and they found, I guess they must have did it on their own, and they went a different route. But a good TA is going to follow up and say, okay, thank you. Congratulations, and I hope you have a magical time. Follow up one, and and you just say, well, keep me in mind if you want to
Exactly.
continue this thing that you want into for you, or if you have other options you want, just keep me in mind and reach out to me. I will be more than glad
Right.
to talk with you. I mean,
Exactly.
I
You
feel
always
like
got to
I
be
felt like I
positive.
handled that right.
Right. You always got to be positive because, you never know. I have customers that I've worked with them for a long time. And then next thing you know, I don't hear back from them. And I send them a message, just say, hey, how you doing? How's everything good? He goes, oh, okay. So I just wanted to let you know that we're still here working. Oh, I have a cruise that I booked for January or February. So you already know that you lost that customer by them telling you that. But you always got to be cordial. You always got to be,
Yeah,
positive and always say, okay, no worries. We'll enjoy your cruise. If you need anything, we're here, for you. Sometimes it's also good to ask for feedback as a TA. I always like to ask for feedback. Did I do something wrong? Did I not service you properly? Half of the time people know, oh, you didn't do anything wrong, but we want to do it on our own now and this, that, the other. And I said, okay, no worries.
yeah.
So, but
And
eventually people come back.
speaking of the
They go
Queen
and
of
come back.
Disney, speaking of Queen of Disney, guess who just came in and we just mentioned her name? Hello,
Oh, hello,
Samara.
Miss Samara.
Welcome in. But yeah, and you're agreed. In fact, because right now I haven't really the one client that I truly did bro book. I'm getting ready to send a follow. And I haven't heard from them in a while. I mean, I do work with their family members at the school that I work with, but
Mhm.
and I ask how they're doing and all that. But I'm personally now getting ready to send an email, say, look, how you doing? How's things going? Because I do
Right.
know that they actually were going to look at booking another one, but suddenly their mother had gotten ill and some other things, and we're going through some family issues. So, but
But
it's
that,
a problem,
that is the thing about.
and we're not going to be able to reach 100% everybody. You
Right.
know,
But that's the thing about being a travel advisor. You got to keep up with your clientele. You got to, if you don't hear from them, I'm the type of person that if I don't hear from you, maybe 6, 7 months after your cruise, I send you a text message. Hey, how you doing? How is everybody going? This, that, the other, just letting you know that if you need anything, I'm here. And I just leave it just as that. I don't, I would never push anybody to buy anything that they don't want to or
no,
anything like that. I love all of my customers. I treat them all with, the respect that they deserve. And there's somebody here that I'm waiting for them to come to me as a client. I've been telling her for a while now. We're not going to say what name it is, but she knows because
I'm
I think
pretty
she
sure
will be
I
a
can
great
guess.
customer. She will be a great customer. We have a great relationship that we have built. But whenever that happens, I'll be very happy to be her travel
Hey,
advisor.
you'll be right there in a heartbeat. I know you.
Yep.
I mean, and see, and basically that's what I do. I mean, I actually keep in touch with this client and send an email at holidays. I don't
Yeah.
keep bugging them, but every 6, 7 months, I just, you know,
Like right now, I'm preparing for Christmas because every year I send all of my customers, however many they are, I send them a Christmas card every year. So right now I'm preparing to see how many Christmas cards I have to order. Like last year, I had like 800 that I had to send out.
wow,
And
that's a
it's a
lot
lot
of
of work.
that's a lot of Christmas cards.
That's a lot of Christmas cards, but that's something that I do out of the kindness of my heart as a thank you to all
Well,
of them. And I send them a
now we
Christmas
know who
card.
keeps the postal service in business.
It's
But that's a
funny
good
because
thing. That's
I
a
will
good
tell you
thing.
something.
That's a
I
good
I
thing. I
bought
like it.
Yeah, I bought the Christmas card. My daughter helped me to figure out this program where because I have this Excel sheet that I have everybody's information there. So it was to grab the name and the address, put it all together so that I could just print everybody like because there's a lot of Christmas card. You can be just writing everything down by hand. So what I do is I build the Christmas card and then I actually sign each and every Christmas card by hand. And then I put whatever message I'm going to put there. I put it all in, and then I just take a whole box, drop it off at the post office, and out they go. Last year, I think I got back like about 20 something. They said that the people that no longer live there. So, but at least the other people receive them. And it's just nice, to receive a text message. To me, I'll be honest, it's nice to get a text message from the customer saying, hey, thank you so much for your Christmas card. That was really sweet of you sending us a Christmas. And that to me means the world. Some of them are like, I forgot to send you a Christmas card. I said, don't worry about it. I just wanted to say thank you for your business, because sometimes a little token like that goes a long way. And maybe if they were not thinking of me at the time, they got a Christmas card and they're like, oh, you know what? Well, let's book a cruise, whatever, or let me call her to say hello. So it's just a little token just to say thank you, for the business for that year, and wishing them well for the new year to come. That's usually what I do every year. And then, to my new customers, I send them a card, saying, thank you and welcoming, them to the business. And it goes a long way, because a lot of people say, oh my God, this is so sweet. I never gotten anything from any of my TAs before. So it's just, the little things that sometimes you don't really think about. Maybe you're going through a hard day, you open your mailbox and you got a little card, and, just something that is a little different. So that's what I try to put out there.
And that's the best way to do it.
The Queen of Disney has arrived. Look at her. She's like,
We actually been going over an hour, so.
Oh my God, yes.
But it's been fun. I mean, we taught. Well, I don't know what happened to Captain Mickey Mouse. We gave him the.
He can watch the replay. He can always watch the replay.
Does anybody in the chat at all have any questions for me or Tinkerbell? I do want to tell John, you need to get a hold of me. I found I found 3 nice golf courses for you up here in Amelia Island when I was reviewing it on Tuesday on the Oasis. 3 good golf courses. And I know you're a golfer, so, I'm just saying, buddy. But, well, I do appreciate you coming in, Tinkerbell. And I always look forward when we can collaborate on things like this.
Definitely.
Because one, I learn a little bit more about being a TA, because I'm still in that learning journal.
Right.
I would like to be further, but because of what I've gone through in the last year with the house, and it kind of gets hard when you don't have a solid connection on the internet to do that.
But I'll tell you, Dave, you always learn new things every day being in the industry, because there's so much changing constantly. New technology, new everything. So you're constantly learning. And just put yourself, I always tell everybody, put yourself out there. Let everybody see who you are. And, check out Dave, call him and book some stuff.
In fact, there is and I don't know if you've ever heard of his name, Mike Universe. He actually does streams from a jetty right outside. This is how I got my big glimpses of the stars of the seas. And why I'm like, yeah, I had to see that, because now the stars of the seas has just jumped up to like to near the top of my list of crap. Now I got to
check out my tour just came out. For those of you that don't know this, my tour just came out today. And let me see if I can copy. I'm going to copy it and I'm going to put it on the stream here for you guys. There it is. So it came out today. Check it out. It's of the Star of the Seas. I think it's a little bit under an hour. But I kind of show you throughout the whole entire ship. It's very cool. It's a very cool ship to actually sail on. I'm looking forward to going back on her again.
Yes. And honestly, guys, you guys do need to go check out her vlog. I know I'm going to go check out on her vlog for the Star of the Seas when she gets puts them all out on her. Because I think you said you put one out on that today, right?
Yeah, I just did the tour today, which I put on the live chat. And then we're going to be having a whole cabin tour. It has, I think it's like about, let
John
me
or
see.
Debbie, can you guys get the link? I know she can't put it on my side of the chat, but I know you guys can get that link. Can you guys get
Yeah.
that link for her thing today and put it in the chat for everybody here?
Yeah, the next one is going to be a cabin tour, and I think there are about 16 different cabins that I'm going to show you guys. And then the last vlog is just like miscellaneous of a little bit of here and there and things that like shows. I think we have one that is all the specialty dining, and then there's one with the shows and things like that. So there's more to come on Star of the Seas.
Oh, and I'm telling you, after I saw that ship, it has definitely jumped up to my top of the list when I watched it, because I went to, I'm checking this guy out. I'm doing a little research to see how his thing is, because obviously, if I can reach out to more of the cruise community, which is what I'm doing, I'm taking your advice and expanding into other communities like the cruise one. So, and if I can work with this guy, and it seems like he wants to work with me,
right?
And he's got some good stuff. I'm liking it. So hopefully, I can help him in return. He can help me and push me out. And
yeah, that's the way to do it. We, in this industry, we have to help each other out. If you are able to just help each other out, because you gain more out of that than anything else. If you can cruise on any cruise for a year, which cruise ship would you go on? I would definitely do Celebrity, that's for sure. So I would definitely cruise Celebrity or Royal.
I don't know. There's so many brand new ships. My head is spinning, because every time I see one pulling in and out of port, or I have to turn on Tinkerbell, she does such a great job that my head starts spinning. I can't choose which one. I'm going to say right now, if I had to choose, it would be my top three that I would want to do would be obviously Star of the Seas, MSC America, and even with issues it did have, I would still say Icon of the Seas would be my top three at the moment. Yeah, definitely. Actually, Debbie, what I'm trying to see if we can get the link to her video that she posted today. I'm betting it'll look fun. I'm going to tell you, because it's something she did on Star of the Seas, which is the new Royal Caribbean ship. And that's what we're trying to get. So if you can find that link, Debbie or John, and post it for me, it would be, because like I said, I love helping Tinkerbell out. She helps me out. That's what we do. That, like she said, that's what we do in this community.
That's what we do, exactly.
And I know you guys understand that, because that's what we do in that such a large world of Disney community. It's grown by leaps and bounds. But so. Yeah, see, now with all this talk, now I'm going to have to research my research. Now I'm going to have to revamp my research on what I had planned.
Oh,
but see, now here's the crazy thing. I plan on doing 2 cruises, one with the family and one for myself. So, and it's like you said, there's certain ships that I want to try. So I may stick with my original search for my own, and then still do a different one with my family.
Or you can do Icon and then do Star and then do World.
There you go. Exactly.
Those new Disney cruise looks cool. Mickey was reading my mind. Mickey's always reading your mind, Samara. Mickey knows that you're coming. He's like, when you go to sleep, Mickey goes into your ear, says, Samara, book another one. Book another one.
I'm going to tell you this, Samara. I keep very well close tabs on D23. The new ship, I'm going to tell you, some of these new ships Disney is coming out with. you better hold on.
Yeah.
They're really, they may send, they're really about to send some shockwaves. And with some of this new stuff that they put on these, like the Treasure and the Destiny, you know, like the Haunted Mansion and the 20,000 Leagues. Thank you, Debbie. There we go. And I think that should be the one for today.
Yeah, thank you so much, Debbie, for sure. Samara, book it real good.
I love Samara. She's a special person. Well, if it's your 30th, I turned 55. So what do they want me to do? Do I get the old age level thing?
Oh my God, that's funny.
But you know, again, guys, and I know we don't have. I should. If you really want to get some contact information, Tinkerbell, go ahead and put out your contact information right now. So if people want to reach out to you as a TA, please do. Yep. Yes. The dream is doing 7 nights from Fort Lauderdale. That's the unique.
There you guys have it. It's also, that information is also on my Facebook and Instagram. If you just fail to miss it here, you can actually check out my Facebook and Instagram, and all that information is there.
Okay, yeah. So yes, if you go to Traveling with Tinkerbell, you should be able to find some of that information, connection to Instagram, things like that. Obviously, guys, here's how I'm doing it currently. That's my profile agent page to the Travel Leaders Network, where you'll see what I've been through, what I'm going through. I constantly update it as much as possible when things change. So hopefully by the beginning of the next year, there will be some new stuff on there changing. You can reach that. This is my business email. You can reach out to me. And with this, now if you need to step out, Tinkerbell, go right ahead. But otherwise, we'll be back in 1 minute. I always do this because this helps people.
Go for it.
Whether it's luxury or fun in the sun, Dave's got the tips to make your cruise #1. Tune in, sit back, let's plan your stay on Cantrell Country's Travelway. It's Cantrell Country's Travelway, setting sail on adventure every day. From island south to ocean blue, we got your cruising covered through and through. Pack your bags and set your sights. We're cruising seas and booking flights from the ports to the waves where dreams come alive. Dave Cantrell is here to guide your ride. It's Cantrell Country's Travelway, setting sail on adventure every day. From island south to ocean blue, we've got your cruising covered through and through.
All right. Yeah. So that all has my information. You all be able to look at it. Just, I would suggest marking down the time and then find it. And then thank you, Debbie. There you go. Putting that information back in there. But yes, please go check out, because I can guarantee you guys will find 2 good agents right here that I can guarantee you will work for you. And I know the one on the right is definitely special. She will definitely work hard for you. And because I will say this. I'm betting if I had any questions, I could call her and ask her.
Definitely.
Because I'm see, and I think more people and you know, at one point it used to be people would. The one thing I think that has changed in this industry is that I think people have learned that we need to work and work with each other in this. You know, you look at this 30, 40 years ago, and it was more of a gobble, gobble, gobble. Who can eat up, who can eat each other up, and who can get the most and make about it. Now it's more about networking, about who can help who.
Right.
Through the social medias and things like that. And trust me, that's a new concept at my job right now that we're discovering, which is quite nice. But like I said, I can promise you that either I can guarantee you Tinkerbell or me will work tails off to make sure you guys find that magical vacation.
Definitely, for sure.
I know you got probably things you need to do, Tinkerbell. Final thoughts from you?
No, I pretty much let everybody know what they needed to know. If you guys have any other questions, just let me know or let Dave know. And if I have to come back, I'll come back over and we do another show. You know, I have no problems with that.
I know. I'm going to be the first to say, I love when you come over and we can collaborate this stuff. Because like I said, where they learn from being potential clients, I learn from TA that I might not know, or it might give me some new food for thought.
Definitely. Yeah. Let me know. You know,
I'm like you. I want to serve my clients to the best. I want them to feel like they're a member of my family. So my family, I want the best, and I want them to have that magical vacation. So
right.
And I know
Captain Mickey wasn't here today. That's the reason why we were doing the program. But hopefully he watches the replay and gets some good information out of it.
Hopefully. I was going to say, I know he popped in, but he didn't. It's like he went, whoop. Was weird. And he's the one that requested.
Yeah, I don't have anything else more, at least on my end. So if you guys get with Dave, if there's something else you guys want us to talk about, then I'll be more than happy to coordinate some dates with him and come back.
And I can tell you this, guys, things are getting ready to pop on the end of my, as far as getting in a house. So which means when that pops and I get things straightened there, my cruise pops for next year, which means I can guarantee you will see, hopefully we can have a couple other people that can come in and we can do a little a miniaturize. And I'm gonna, if Tinkerbell don't mind it, we're gonna do a miniature. We're gonna steal her Wednesday night show a little bit and do across the waves and talk about the ports I'll be going to.
Definitely,
some of this will be brand new for me, and I kind of want to know.
That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Advisor.
Yeah, definitely, that'll be a lot of fun.
So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to a lot of good stuff for me this year. Now that things are going to finally down. So again, that's guys, awesome. If you are looking to travel, reach out to Tinkerbell. She works for Expedia. I don't know if it's Expedia.com they go through.
Expedia Cruises.
Media. Oh, okay. Expedia Cruise. Mm-hmm. So reach out to her at ExpediaCruise.com. And you got my all info, seeing all over the place.
Definitely.
Again, though, I do recommend that if you want to reach out, and I do have the travel Discord where you are seeing different pictures from my travels, other people's travels. I'm starting to put a little bit of information from the different companies, that I can post on social medias and that. And some of it's information on the different cruises, the different type of, like their cabins and things like that some of you guys want to ask that if you don't ask. I don't know about you, but I always say this, and we'll end it. If guys don't ask questions, you may be sorry. because I don't know how to say there. To me, there is no stupid questions. There is and there isn't. You know, there can be some, I won't say stupid, but crazy questions, I guess.
Right.
Best way to put
Yeah,
it.
there's never there. I always say there's never a stupid question. It's always a good question because you always have an answer to it.
Exactly. And I can tell you this, if we don't have the answers, we will find them out one way or another. So with that, guys, make sure, go back. I think your next stream is Tuesday night, right? Are you streaming next Tuesday?
Yep. My next stream will be Tuesday night at 7 p.m. I have a big announcement on that day. And then we have our show Across the Wave on Wednesday. And if I'm not mistaken, we're going to Santorini on Wednesday. So come check us out on our show. And I would love to see you guys over there.
Which means here you go. You want a full vacation on Tuesday nights? Check out my vacation oasis on Wednesday, because that's where I do a lot of my domestic travels. And I'm trying to find, and like I said, when I found Amelia, I didn't expect it to be as beautiful as it was. But it's like an exotic trip in our own country.
Right.
It's only a few hours from me. So
there you go.
That's what I do. So Tuesday nights are devoted to the thing. Thursday nights devoted to cruise lines. We'll come up with something. I'm not sure what we'll discuss next week. We may break down some more of these ships on Thursday. And like I tell Tinkerbell, she's more than welcome to come in if she doesn't have nothing to do and she's bored. She wants to come hang out. Let me know, and you're more than welcome to come.
Well, thank you, Dave. Thank you so much for having me here today. I appreciate it and love all you guys.
Thank you for coming in. And like I said, and then guys, don't forget this weekend. Not so much for all the cruise people, but for my Disney community people, it's going to be a doubleheader on Saturday. Cafe Chat at 3:30. Begins at 10:30 on Saturday night. So if you really want to see some trouble being caused, and you're more than welcome to, Tinkerbell. Anybody that wants to come in and see the Disney community
on Saturday, I'm not going to be able to because I'll be at Magic Kingdom on Saturday. I'm going to go check out that light parade.
You are going to love it. You are going to love it.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm going to tell you this. It is about time that we had a night parade back at the Magic Kingdom.
I'm looking forward to it because I want to see Tinkerbell walking on the floor. She's usually on a float. So I'm very happy that she's out and about. So I'm ecstatic to see that. So I'll be over there on Saturday.
Do let me know what you think of the parade after you see it.
All righty.
Definitely enjoy the MK.
Thank you.
And guys, I'm going to say, have a great night, everybody. And with that, I'm going to say what I say. And I always finish with my slogan. Let the Cantrell Country Travelway help you find your magical vacation. Have a great night, guys. Bye.
Bye, guys.